Good afternoon, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Get Personal with Steph. To my YouTubers, hello, and to my podcasters, dear God, I need your help. In the name of Jesus Christ, I need your help. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much. To my TikTokers, hello and welcome. It won't be. This won't go on as long with my TikTokers. As you guys know, there's only up to 10 minutes. But I am also, as you heard, I do have my YouTube and my podcast. So if you would like to see the full version on YouTube, it's Let's Get Personal with Steph. And if you would like to hear the audio, it is Dear God, I need your help. In the name of Jesus Christ, I need your help. If you would like to get the full audio. So yesterday I did a part one and telling you guys, and I did this part one on TikTok for my YouTubers and for my podcasters, my TikTok. I am Saved by Grace 101. That is my name on TikTok, if you guys would like to know that. But I did a part one and just and saying, keep moving. Keep moving forward. When God has sent you a message, when God has told you to do something, keep doing it. Don't stray off from what you're doing, okay? And I'm going into this segment and saying in my situation, what I'm going through right this minute, right at hand. You guys, my YouTubers, my podcasters, you guys already know how I am when I'm going through it. I tend to go MIA. I think my last segment was December 12th was my last segment, and now it is it is now what, February 26th. Okay, we're all in the whole new year. So I felt like I did a New Year's cast though. But yeah, if I didn't, Happy New Year. Outside of that, you guys, I'm going to continue. Like I said, part one was on TikTok. It was like only 10 minutes, but going into what I'm going through with my baby daddy at this point in time. It started when I got the word. It was, my initial reasoning for going back to his place. Okay, my landlord basically, the house I was living basically said, okay, we're selling the house. You have 30 days to get out. So upon me leaving, and the economy now is like, nah, so I thought it would help me out. And I could have a good, decent watch on my son when he's there. Okay. And by that, I was there all the time. I'll know what's going on. Okay, so that was my initial reasoning, and the school was calling. I kept getting like disturbing phone calls from the school that my son was, being BMing himself in school. So, and it became a constant thing. It was always in dad's custody, always around when he's with dad. So I was concerned about it. I was 100% concerned about it. So I didn't have a problem going back. Now, upon going back, I felt, and being there, of course he's not going to do the same thing that he's been doing. Things are going to change because I'm there. But I just felt he was a bit more strict on him, and that's probably why he was terrifying him in a sense. He was forcing him to go to the bathroom and having him sit on the toilet for a while, and if he didn't go poop, he would beat him, so it was like I didn't approve of that, but it was a lot going on that I was just like, okay, this is that. There are, you know some parents are more strict than others, so there was a lot of other things that was happening that I just was not okay with. I wasn't okay with it. And I ended up just thinking, okay, he's just more strict. So that is why my son wouldn't want to be around him. He wouldn't want to be around him. He don't want to go. The only time he really wanted to go or even talked about his dad is when his dad would. And this is how he phrases things, fun places. This is why, and I'm telling you guys, like, you have to pay attention to the things that people say, the wordings that they use. it was weird at first. Like, I'm just like, why do he keep saying it like that? Like, why is it always fun places? Let's go to fun places. Let's do, you know. So I told you guys it was up on. I ended up, getting comfortable. I was there too long. That's what I always said. There too long. Ended up getting comfortable. Ended up thinking that things could get better. Things would get better. He started going to church. He knows, like, this is the stuff that I'm into. He starts going to church, and after church he would have lunch with his aunt, and I just thought it was nice. I started getting caught up. Yeah, I started getting caught up in the life of having my family together, in a sense. So my initial reasoning for being there was slipping away. You understand what I'm saying? So I started getting comfortable, started going back in the house more, because, as you guys know, I was in the RV. Well, I told you, yeah, you guys should know, I was in the RV. So I started getting comfortable. I started getting more and more comfortable, So what I'm going to name this segment, "Do You Hear God Yet You're Still Trying to you're working." How do I put this? Okay, how did I do it? Do you hear God yet still trying to work your plans into his plans? That's what I'm saying here. Like, what did I? Okay. So once again, do you hear God yet still trying to work your plans into his plans? Okay. That is exactly what I was doing. The more I sat, the more I was thinking, you guys, in this situation that I'm in. I told my TikTokers, you guys, God is not confusion. God is not frustration. God will wake you up, okay? God will not leave his children ignorant. He will not. No matter how bad you mess up, and when I say no matter how bad you mess up, you guys, I ended up once again in his bed. So at this point, I am pregnant again. You feel me? So I got comfortable. I was getting comfortable. I was getting comfortable in a life, being in the house, cooking, cleaning, taking care of my family. I was getting in the life, and he was basically saying the things that I wanted to hear. You guys, I've already spoke to you guys about him being a controlling narcissist. You guys have to understand a controlling narcissist. Okay, I'm living it. I'm living it. I will not tell you guys anything I'm not going through, anything I have not done, anything that is steering you guys wrong. I tell you guys what is going on. I tell you my life story to help. If you guys, before you get to this situation, if you with anybody in this situation, before you hit what I'm going through, you guys, if you're in the situation, okay, this is why I tell you. This is why I tell you my story. This is why I feel God continues to wake me up, so that I can, and put me in a position where I can bear it enough to tell. I can still smile. I can still put a smile on my face, because the more I would tell you how this smile got to my face, you guys, because it wasn't there for a while. It was not there for a while. I was really I was really down for a while. I was a little I want to say lost, but more of confused. My feelings was up into everything, you guys. My feelings was all up in the middle of all of this. Um, and I cannot lie about that. So I told you guys I was getting ready to leave. I was packing my things. I was getting ready to leave. At the time, I did not know I was pregnant. I did not know that I was pregnant at the time. I just was sick of everything. It had gotten to the point where I started realizing the only reason he would go to church is because his aunt was paying for lunch. you know, when you get off track, when you start getting off track with what your initial purpose was, guys, God will always lead you back on. He will always put you back on track. He will wake you up. He will start allowing you to see certain things that you weren't seeing in the beginning, because you all in your feelings. You all in your feelings, you guys. You got off course. You got off course. And when I tell you guys, I tell you I'm a strong believer in Jesus Christ. I am a strong believer in Jesus Christ. And I do believe that, in God, my Father, and that Jesus Christ is sitting on his right hand 100%, and I believe this is why he continues to wake me up when I get off course, and he knows it's not me doing it on purpose. You guys, it's not me doing it on purpose. It's not me just saying, oh, forget that, this is what I want to do. No, it is me being in my feelings. It is me wanting my family together. It is me wanting a family, you know um tired of the dating scene and saying, okay, let's see if I can make it work with my baby daddy. Let's see if I can make it work with my baby daddy. When I come on, I tell you guys, and every situation I tell you guys about him being a controlling narcissist is, I can bear that. I can bear that. I come on, I talk to you guys, and I laugh about it as in, yo, this dude is like something else, and that's how I come on. But this goes so much deeper. When I was trying to tell you guys, it goes so much deeper than just being a controlling narcissist. Or if it's just a level of controlling narcissist that he's in. I don't know. But you guys, I started realizing everything when I sat back. um I'm trying to figure out where to start, but I will start here because this is where I started with TikTok. Oh my goodness, my phone is dying. And I need to record this. You guys, I have been on the road all day. I apologize, but it's like I was supposed to get this out to you guys today, and I'm trying. Now my phone is dying and I won't be able to record. It's you know okay. So I'm going to just try to get through this as best as I can. I did not want to go on for an hour, but I apologize if this does go on for an hour. Um, just bear with me, guys. So I was not. Okay. I'm so sorry. I wanted to do this in silence. I wanted to do this when I had a peace of mind, and I don't have a peace of mind anymore. It's okay. Okay. So it started when I was about to leave. I was leaving. I was packing my things up, and he basically told me that he would give me a break on rent. I needed my car fixed, and I was hoping to get my car fixed if he had given me that break on rent. Okay, he. So I basically, and this is where I stopped on TikTok. This is where I stopped. I stopped on I was going to see if he was truly a child of God. Because what he says, he proclaims Jesus Christ. He says he believes, and it was him going to church, it was just the things that he was doing the right way, And I was like, okay, well, maybe he has changed. Maybe things can get better. No, okay. These are the moments where when God is telling you something, you listen, you keep moving, because I got too comfortable. I went to sleep on what I was supposed to be doing. Um, so I was like, okay, let's see if he really does, because he knows I need my vehicle fixed. So I went to him and I was like, Okay, well, you said you was gonna give me a break, so were you being honest? Were you being truthful with it? Oh no, no, no! I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not going to. Okay, you guys, reading. Okay, let me sit this here because I have two scriptures for you. One is Acts 9th chapter, but the first one that I'm going to give you is 2 Timothy 3rd chapter, verses 1 through 5. Okay. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. You're not supposed to be around people like that. You're not supposed to be around people like that. You just completely lied to me, you know? You lied to me for your own being, because just because you didn't want to, because you want the money, you know. This man has always been a lover of money. A lover of money. There's a difference from wanting to take care of your family and being a lover of money. Okay, you guys have to pay attention to that as well. So I was like, well, you know what? I just said forget it. Forget it. I came to you honestly. I came to you earnestly and to see if you was going to go by your word, and you didn't. I said, and from there, you guys, cuz I felt something was coming for him. I felt something was about to happen, you guys. And these are the moments these are where you pay attention. You pay attention, you pay close attention to what is coming, what is being said to you, what is being brought to you, you guys. Okay? I felt it. And that day when I said it, I said I was just trying to see if you was truthful, if you was going to be truthful with me, but you didn't. You didn't. And you know that I need the help. You know that it would help me. And instead, you're only thinking about yourself. Okay? So of course he's trying to make excuse after excuse on why, oh no, it's not for myself, or it's for the family. Oh, but you telling me that you want to make things work. You want to build this family or whatever, and keep us growing, keep us together basically. And but you can't let that go. Why am I even still paying you rent? You feel me? Why, if this is what you want, if this is what you're saying. So, okay. So I was like, all right. So, you guys, I said a prayer, right after this happened. I think it was the very next day, because I felt something was coming for him. And even in between all that, he started telling me his dreams, things that was going on, and he would blame it on other people. And I'm just like, how you blaming your dream? These are not for other people. I said, these are warnings to you. These are warnings to you. I said, God is trying to wake you up. I said at some point, if you truly a child of God, you're going to wake up. God is trying to allow you to see something, and you're not seeing it. For one, you don't own up to anything that you do. He can't take responsibilities for the things that he do. You guys, pay attention to that too. So I said this prayer, and I was just like, Father, there is something. I know it's coming for him. I know it's coming for him. But I pray in the name of Jesus Christ, in accordance to your will, Father, keep the innocents out of his wrath. Keep the innocent out of his wrath. Whatever you do, if anyone that's innocent, that's around him, that's in his life, that's on his property, because he had people renters on his property. Keep the innocent out of his wrath, because this is for him. You know, I said that prayer, you guys. A week later, you guys, it was about the next week, DFACS comes to the house. DFACS comes to the house. Okay. Basically, now he's under investigation for sexual abuse, or whatever it is. The kids are not to be around him. I had to take the children, get him out the house. He's not supposed to be around the children. He's not supposed to have any contact with the children. Nothing. Okay. So guys, so about a month. It's going on for about a month. Like, so he's I'm not sure what's going on. I'm sitting here like, if something happened to my child, like, I want to know what happened, what's going on. Nothing is being said. Nothing. The DFACS are like, we can't say much while it's under investigation. All we're telling you is stay, keep the children away. Okay. He knows all this, you guys. He knows all of this. So the prayer came to my head, and I was just like, dang, like, wow. All right. So now this is happening. Now we're being separated from him. We're being separated from him, you guys. You have to pay attention to what God is doing for your life, what he wants to do, what he's trying to do, what is his plan for your life. Okay. And because you guys, I'm sitting here, like I said, my feelings was all up in it. Like, okay, his baby mama, other baby mama, was upset with him. Like, he kicked her out, told her she can't see her daughter until she, gets sober up. Like, she has to take a breathalyzer anytime she want to come. So she got upset about it. So she called DFACS on him. So I'm thinking, at this point in time, she's called DFACS. She's doing all of this, So I'm just like, okay, well, on Sundays, I asked you, okay, on Sundays, we tend to go to church and have lunch after church. Okay. See, this is where, you guys, I feel like I messed up. This is where I messed up. This is where, like I said, when I was telling you guys, you never tempt Satan, it's not that I was tempting Satan, but I am the type of person that's like, you're not coming this way. I am that type of person that believes, like, what? You not gonna, what? But when I say this world right now, while the curse is at hand, this world belongs to Satan, okay? So at the time, I'm thinking it's all her. So I'm saying, well, it's going on a month. He's not arrested, and this is what I haven't been arrested. I haven't broken the law, and this is what I'm thinking now. Like, okay, he hasn't been arrested for anything. This is still not thinking. Okay, this is still going on. Like, okay, why is this still going on? So I'm thinking, okay, dang, like, what did she tell y'all? What did she tell them? What I'm thinking, her. So I'm asking, okay, well, he hasn't been arrested or anything. So can we still at least have church Sunday and go to lunch after with his great aunt? And, they're like, okay, well, as long as you're around, he has to be super, that you cannot leave the children away, alone with him. So, you guys, this is why I say you have to pay attention. But the Lord had me on a path, you guys. He had me on a path. He separated us. He has separated us. And he did it for a reason, you guys. Now, mind you, this is still open. He's still under investigation. At this point, I have a TPO on him. Because the text messages, everything just started getting out of hand, and I was sick of it. So yeah, so I was just like, but then I started realizing he's trying to take advantage of this. He's trying to take advantage of this. At that point, I was supposed to keep him away from him. It was him, his son, his oldest son, and his son's girlfriend. Okay, his son girlfriend had a lot of stuff going on with her. At 15, at 15, I'm witnessing her grabbing his butt, like my baby daddy, grabbing his butt, smacking him on the butt, and him like engaging in uncomfortable conversations with this little girl. This was at 15. I didn't know she was 15 at the time until they were like, oh, it's her birthday. She just turned 16. She just turned 16, so it's like these things would upset me. But mind you, these things they're coming. They're coming. You feel me? Like, and I'm just, these are the things that is like, hold on, like, what? Like, why are you so comfortable with this? And I would tell him, why are you so comfortable with this? She shouldn't be, and I would get upset about it. So, and he's just like, oh, well, no, like, just brush it off. And I'm just like, and his son not doing anything about it, not saying anything about it, laughing about it, kicking about it, So I'm just like, mind you, y'all, my baby daddy right now is 42 years old. 42 years old. Why are you so comfortable with a 15-year old grabbing your behind or smacking you on your behind? 16 now. So why are you so comfortable with that? So I'm just like, okay, so all this stuff is like, it's coming to me. It's like, now I'm starting to like scratch my head, and I'm like, hold on, like, okay, there has to be a reason this is still going on. There has to be, mind you guys, I've completely lost track of why I was on his property. Completely lost track of it. Completely. And at this point, you guys have to see, this is where God is trying to turn it back around. He's trying to turn it back around. You have gotten off course. And in order for you to get back on course, you guys, these things are happening because it's like, it's waking me up. It's bringing me back, you guys. It's bringing me back. This is what I mean by, this is how fast you can get caught up. This is how fast, when God tells you to do something and you put a pause on it, and that's what happened. I put a pause on it and started going for what I want. I wanted my family to be together. I wanted this to work. You guys, you get what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying here? It's what I wanted. Okay, another passage that I want you guys to look at is Acts. Okay, is it Acts? Yes, Acts, the 9th chapter. Da 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 da. Which one? Boom, boom, boom. Which one did I want? It was Acts 10 through 18. 9, 10 through 18. Okay. So this was the point where Saul was on his way to Damascus. Okay. And he was slaying anybody who professed the name Jesus. Slaying them down. Slaying them. All right. Acts 9, 10 through 18. And there was a certain disciple at Damascus named Ananias. And to him said the Lord in a vision, Ananias. And he said, Behold, I am here, Lord. And the Lord said unto him, Arise and go into the street which is called Straight, and inquire in the house of Judas for one called Saul of Tarsus. For behold, he prayeth, and has seen in a vision a man named Ananias coming in and putting his hands on him, that he might receive his sight. Then Ananias answered, Lord, I have heard by many of this man how much evil he hath done to thy saints at Jerusalem. And here he hath authority from chief priests to bind all that call on thy name. But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the Gentiles and kings and the children of Israel. For I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake. And Ananias went his way and entered into the house, and putting his hands on him, said, Brother Saul, the Lord, even Jesus, that appeared unto thee in the way as thou comest, has sent me, that thou mightest receive thy sight and be filled with the Holy Ghost. And immediately there fell from his eyes as it had been scales, and he received sight forthwith and arose and was baptized. All right, guys, listen. Ananias didn't know what he was. Ananias was, you just think of how he felt. He wasn't a preacher. He wasn't a priest. He was a regular man. A regular man, and God sent him on a journey that it was scary. It was scary. In his eyes, I could die. I could die because I'm coming and I confess Jesus. I confess Jesus and I could die. So you can just imagine how scared Ananias was to do this for him, but this is what God wanted. This was the journey this is what God asked him to do. Asked him to do. And he went along and he did it. He did it. And I think sometimes, even in my own, it's in my ignorance, you guys. He did it for Saul. He turned Saul around, but you got to think about Saul was he was a believer in God. Saul was a believer in God. Now, he just was blinded when it came to Jesus. He was blinded when it came to the Jesus part. Is the Jesus part? No, no. You understand? So by this happened, Saul confessed, repented, was baptized. You can't think that with everybody. I was thinking he can still be saved. My baby daddy can probably still be saved. I don't know, you guys. And this is why I tell you guys, when I pray about him, I tell God, I don't know if he's one of your children or not. I don't know. But the things that he do is not of God. Is not of God. Is not of Jesus. He has not been baptized. I started realizing he only goes to church even when I stopped completely, because I started realizing the more my life, in a sense, started going down. When I told you guys, this right here was not here. when I was going through this stuff, going through all this, you guys, it was draining me. It was draining me. I felt like I was becoming disconnected with my body. I was becoming disconnected with my soul. It was like I was just sitting there trying to figure it out, you guys. I did it wasn't so much, you guys, it wasn't so much as I was lost. I didn't know. I'm bringing this book up. I wrote this book. Now, a year before this is a whole nother level, you guys. A whole nother, this book right here I wrote a while ago. I don't necessarily I don't advertise it as much because when I did get the copy, like the copy that I was like, oh man, typo, I don't do that anymore. I had a couple typos and I was like, man, because there's things in here, Caution Forever and Always.com. I don't have that anymore, so I changed it. So when I look at it and I'm like, in this, there was a part of my life where I was on OnlyFans and I was reading Bible on OnlyFans too, but it was like, it was different things. I just, OnlyFans was not for me anymore. So I no longer do OnlyFans. But it was in my opening that it was in here that I was, there was different things where you could find my content. Because I was reading scripture on my OnlyFans as well. But it's like I killed the OnlyFans, turned that page off. So I don't have that anymore. So it's like, okay, do I want to change it? Do I not want to change it? So I got to the point where it's like, I don't exactly want to change it because I leave all my content, guys, up. Like, if you scroll through all my social media, scroll through everything, how long I've been there, you can see that, okay, at one point, yes, I was on OnlyFans. There was a point where a lot of stuff, I don't take anything down because I want all of you guys to know but I'm not hiding anything. I'm not hiding anything. We go through these things. And with this book, this at that point, when in that time in my life, it was, dear God, I just don't know. I just don't know. That was the beginning of my podcast. Before I changed it into my second. This was, and I'm going to go into that. But you guys, I was so lost. These are personal letters / prayers. It's like 16 of them. Personal letters and prayers that I wrote because I was so lost. I was confused. You guys, I was so tired. I was tired of my life. I hated my life. Every single day was another death thought. You guys, I was so tired of being here. I was so tired of being here. I did not want to be here anymore. I did not know which direction. In my head, I had a sledgehammer and I kept breaking down walls. And every time I broke down a wall, it was another dark room. But in that dark room, it was a speck of light. And that's what I kept breaking. It was speck of light. It was all the time. And it was like I got to one point where I was just sitting in a dark room, just crying, crying. I was crying nearly every night. Because I just did not know which direction to go. I did not know what to do with my life. I was so sick of my life, you guys. Okay. But this journey right here, it's just completely different. It's a different journey. I'm past this. Because I know now. But this, you guys, and this is the beginning of it's going to be still, dear God, but this is the beginning of how I felt, you guys. I felt like I was sitting, you know, I was sitting doing nothing. Like I was sitting here, my heart, and this is how I put it. I'm trying to see if I want to read it, if I want to read this, because this is going to be the beginning of the new book. I'll read it for you guys. All right. Dear God, my soul cries out. That's the name of it. My soul cries out. Dear God, it has been a minute since my last writing to you. Before I was a bit lost and not knowing, always asking why. Well, today I write to you in growth, or at least a bit of growth in those whys. I sit here daily as my soul cries out. My soul has placed a silence upon my heart as it sits daily beating in my chest with nothing to say. Along with my heart, my mind is left at bay. My body moves because my soul tells it there is much to do. Don't give up. Yet, me as a person, I am unable to move. I sit, stare, watch, and wait. But what am I waiting for? Why can't I move? I know I'm here and I'm alive because the tears run almost daily now. Even though my heart seems to be silent, I feel it getting heavier. I can't feel its beat. Yet I feel it getting heavier and heavier till more tears explode from my eyes. I sit watching this beautiful world you have created, and I just want to be one with it. Not one with the people of this world, not one with the people in this world, but one with your beautiful creation, earth, wind, water, and even fire. I long to feel the winds, trees, leaves, dirt, sand, the purity and freedom within them all, the freedom within your creation. Yet it is only this flesh which has the pleasure to feel it all. Father, I need your help. I sit here and watch, unable to move, because I am not one with this fleshly body which holds me. I feel maybe my soul is crying out because it wants to be free from this trap which holds me bond. Okay, I'm just gonna stop there, you guys, because I am. I'm gonna stop there. But you guys, this was a whole different thing. It's me feeling like I'm just sitting here. My body is moving, but I'm sitting here, and it's different from sleepwalking. It's different from sleepwalking, you know. So, with this, it's like going through this, you guys. One thing I say, Keep moving forward, because even the strongest in faith should not underestimate the cunning of Satan. Okay? Should not underestimate it, because you will get lost easily, you guys. Okay? So with that prayer, it was like it started coming more and more to me. Then I start finding out, okay, this dude, okay, Georgia law says you're an adult at 16. You guys don't realize at 16, you still a little girl. You still a little girl in high school. 17 years old, you still a little girl in high school. In high school. This man is now 42. This thing's coming to me now. This him and his son engaged in sexual activity with a 17-year-old little girl. And he tells me, "Oh, that was like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, you was 40. You was 40. And your son was about 15, 16. And I say 2 years ago because he just turned 18. So he had to be about 15. And you engaging in sexual activity with a 17-year-old. A 17-year-old girl. Your son 15, 16. You 40 at the time. If that was when it happened. You 40. It's sickening. This is a high school girl. A little high school girl. You understand? This stuff start coming. This is, I'm just like, oh no, you feel me? Seeing how he's upset with his sister used to, if they were upset with each other, his sister don't come around. She at least came around for birthday parties. She at least came, I seen her at the kids' birthday parties, at least for family gatherings, at least. Haven't seen his sister in years. I'm like, why? Like, what? I said something had to go down. I'm finding out he done got his niece drunk and slept with his niece. You guys, the girl is underage. She couldn't even at the time buy her own liquor, so she was underage. Regardless of her being underage, you guys, his niece. So now, and mind you, his son was with him then. He claimed his son was asleep, but his son probably wasn't asleep when he was getting her drunk. I can't attest for that. I wasn't there. But he still admitted, your niece. He can't even separate in his head. His mental capacity can't even separate the fact that this is his niece. He's upset with his sister because she's still not talking to him. She trusted you. You broke trust. You completely disrespected her. You broke her trust, the love she had for you, everything, because you violated her little girl. She trusted you with her little girl. Your sister trusted you. And you got her drunk and you slept with her. And you know how he defended? Oh, well, she was with her older man. She was already with her older man. She was already smoking and drinking. That's your niece. You can't even separate her from a girl off the street somewhere. You can't even separate her from your mind, from another girl. Oh, she was already with an older. Who cares who she was with? Not only did she trust you, but her mother trusted you. You guys, this is not a child of God. Like I said, that's why I say I just don't know. He confessed Jesus, but you guys, I don't know if him being baptized. Since I've been separated from him, you guys, I put a TPO. He kept sending me text messages. The text messages started getting weird. Okay, started getting just weird. You being inconsiderate. Mind you guys, I left my night job. I don't DJ. I haven't done that in a while since all this started. Okay, my life has been going down. He's still living. I'm in an RV with 2 children and pregnant with a third of his. He's still in a house, in a big house, warm house, collecting rent. You think he helping me here? You think he's giving me any type of finances? The finances that he helped me with, he said, I basically, in order for him to help me with groceries, he has to get the groceries for his house. I have to go to his house and cook, take the kids that over his house, cook dinner for his house. Everybody have to eat at his house. Knowing he's not supposed to be around the children. Knowing we're not supposed to be in contact with him. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. This is not a child of God. This is why I say, you guys, things can easily be slipped. And it started hitting me because I just started getting lost, you guys. I was just like, Lord, I don't know what to do. When I started finding these things out, it was just like, is he a sicko? Is he like, is this like it? You guys, when God has a path for you, when he sends you on a path, you cannot get lost in that path. You cannot get sidetracked. And even if you do get sidetracked, you guys, do not give up on God. Don't give up on Jesus Christ, because every single day I stayed in my Bible. Every day I stayed in my Bible. Every day I prayed. Every day I'm asking God to help me do the right thing here. Help me do the right thing. And this was before I got the TPO on them. Help me do the right thing. Still talking to God. Still asking God for help. And the stuff is coming. And it's like, then the text messages started getting ridiculous. You being nasty. I'm documenting everything you do. And mind you guys, I am not doing anything to you. All I'm doing is what I said. I started thinking, everything that was going on, you being nasty, you don't care about my situation, you trying to kick me when I'm down. How am I kicking you when you down? I'm starting to look at all this. You selfish, and I'm just like, what is he talking about, you guys? Like, I was really sitting here like, where is these text messages coming from? They're starting to make no sense. They're not making any sense. So then I'm starting to realize he's documenting he's documenting. Who documents being a parent? Who documents being a parent? You want to take pictures and videos every time you with the kids to show, oh yeah, this is what I do. But it's always, you guys, fun places. Never asked about the kids. Never asked how the kids was doing. Never asked about their improvement in school. Never asked about anything about the kids. Anything about the kids, you guys. But yeah, I love my kids. I've never been away from my kids. Now I'm thinking this is mental abuse. And this is what I'm thinking. The kids are doing so much better, guys. They don't even ask about them. Don't even ask about them. Improving in school, everything. Something happened. I don't know. But I do know God separated us for a reason. And because I was thinking, I wanted the family. I was thinking, his baby mama doing all this stuff. I want the family to be together. I'm pregnant again. I'm, I want things to work out. It's you guys. Listen to even the things that you say. And it started hitting me. I started waking up more. I'm like, dang. It's I. Yes, I am being selfish because I am not looking at the fact that God separated us for a reason. God sit me there and sit me on that property for a reason. And I got sidetracked. It happens just like that. You get sidetracked. You cannot hate yourself for it. You can't beat yourself up for it, because God will, if you continue, stick with God. He knows the innocence. He knows the innocence. Everything I did was not, it wasn't purposeful. It wasn't to hurt anybody. It was maybe selfish on my part, but I wasn't thinking that. I wasn't thinking that until I started thinking. You know, this is I. Maybe I'm moving in a direction. This is what I want, because this is what I want, because I'm in my feelings. I'm in my feelings. I'm in this position right now because I lost track of what God was telling me to do. I put a pause on what God was telling me to do. And I'm sending this. I'm telling you guys this. We are still, I got a TP on them right now. And mind you, Defects just called me this morning. Just called me this morning. I got a TPO last week. Because the text message became harassing to me. I felt like I was being harassed now. He's talking about he's going to Child Protective Services on me. For what? I'm being told to keep the children away from you. I'm being told this by Defects. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing now. I didn't see it before. But now I'm seeing it, and I'm seeing it clearly. Every time you're around them, it's fun places. Let's go to fun places. Let's go to this restaurant. He bribes his daughter with food. You guys, I'm now gonna I'm looking into a therapist that does this eating orders for little children. She's only 8 years old. This girl glowing. She see food, hear food was around. You guys, there was a whole lot that's going on. A whole lot that's going on that I see being separated from him. He was coming around, you guys. I was being drained. I was drained. He kept coming around knowing he wasn't supposed to be around. It was a burden on my shoulder. I was feeling weighed down. I got that TPO, you guys. Everything started lifting up. This is where the smile started coming back. This is where this came back. This is where the joy started coming back. This is where I started coming back. You know, it goes past being a controlling narcissist, you guys. It starts hitting you mentally. People like that will go for your mind. They do the things you like, but once you stop doing what they want, you guys, that's when the text starting to get nasty. It's like, oh, like that. You guys, they will show you who they really are. They will show you who they really are, you guys. Stay focused. Keep moving on the path that God has you on, you guys. I started thinking, I don't have the finances, you know, I don't have the finances, you know, to get a place of my own. You know, where am I gonna go? I don't want to leave my son. You know, you guys, all this was there on why I was staying. I don't want to leave my son. This is initially how I ended up staying. How I ended up getting caught up. Looking into houses, it's like, dang, like this is not in my budget at all. You know, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. I'm still till this day looking for a place for us to go. Looking for a place to get off his property. And that's why I got the TPO. Or even on his, no, you cannot. He can't even come on his own property. Because now he kept coming up. Jen just kept popping up. I want to give the kids presents, gifts, toys. It's never how are they. Never asked how they doing. Never asked about school, you guys. The only time he asked one time about school, and that was when he threatened to take me to, I'm going to talk to the director of Child Protective Service. I'm going to document what you're doing. You're just being nasty. You hitting me when I'm down. You're not letting me see the kids. You have them inside the camper. Do I? I mean, yeah, they're in here, but you can provide. You can provide a place for us to be, but you don't want to. You don't want to. You guys pay attention to the things that people do. He comes in here when I'm not here. What you doing in here? The only thing you're supposed to be doing is fixing the toilet. You guys' toilet's still not fixed. The part to fix the toilet is here. It's been sitting in the same spot. You coming up in here when I'm not here. You coming here when I take the in the morning when I could. You guys, I can tell you so many things that he's done. He came to love the kid. Oh, I want my kids. I want my kids. But for what? Because at this point, I'm like, for what? Because I see them healing from something. Even if it wasn't sexual abuse, but why my son isn't going to the bathroom by himself anymore. I'm not getting any phone calls from the school anymore. Something happened. Something happened. I don't know if it was mental abuse or what. I know it wasn't physical. You can't see. It's something you can't see. That is what makes it hard as well. You guys, stay focused. When God tells you it, you guys, there's been times where I've been like, okay, I don't have the money for this, you guys. I don't. I look at my account, everything seems right, but boom, the day when I need something, I'll look inside my account. There's a credit on my account that I didn't even know. Either I was overcharged for something or something was taken out. It wasn't supposed to be out, you guys, and money is in my account. Out of nowhere, out of the blue. God takes care of his children. He takes care of his children, guys. Keep on the path. Ananias did not know what he was walking. He all he knew was God told him to go to Saul. And he did it. You guys, and there's so many others. Think of Noah in the ark. He told Noah to build this ark. Noah didn't know what was. This is what you do. Noah built that ark, just as he was told. And what happened? The world was destroyed, and the ones who was in that ark was saved. You guys, stick to the path that God wants you on, because he will talk to you. He will talk to you. It will come. You guys, your spirit will talk to you. You ask the Lord to allow the spirit to lead, you guys. And when the spirit leads, it will come. It will come. I knew something was coming for him. I even lost track of that. And when I said that prayer, keep the innocents out of his wrath. And the very next week, DFACS came. Get him out. Get him out. You guys, stay on the path that God has for you. Do not turn away. Do not put a pause on it. Do not pause. Keep going. Understand. God has a plan for your life, and it's not to fail. God does not fail, and he won't fail. He will not fail you. He will not put you on a path that you cannot succeed in. You have to keep going. You have to keep going, because the only way you won't succeed is if you keep venturing off somewhere else. You put a pause on what he tells you to do, and you venture off, and you start doing your own. You start getting lost into the life that you want. This is what I want for my life. Pay attention, you guys. Whatever you're going through, who are you doing it for? Did you lose track in what God was telling you? Did fear come up? God is not fear. God is not confusion. Keep going. Keep going. You guys, keep going. Do you hear God? Yet you still trying to mix your plans in with God plans? No. Keep going. Keep straight. Keep on that straight path. He will not lead you wrong. In the name of Jesus Christ. And as I in every session in prayer, our Father whose art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. In the name of Jesus Christ I pray, Lord. Amen. You guys, keep moving forward. Keep going. Keep God first. And if you need it, read the book of Job. Read the book of Job to help you keep going. Keep God first, you guys. Keep moving. Do not stray. Do not stray and do not put a pause on what he wants you to do. The case is still open, you guys. DFACS just called me this morning saying that he had visitation. That TPO is in act. That TPO goes above DFACS. That TPO was granted, and I didn't even know it would be granted because it has not went to violence yet. Keep a straight path. Keep God first. Love you guys.